I have a serious message to share with all of my coaching clients and anyone in the coaching community. The number of touches required for 2026 to make sure that you are staying top of mind, to make sure that you are actually contributing to the people's lives in your database in a way that is meaningful, that number has increased dramatically. There is data to show that for today's average consumer, the amount of touches that you would need to produce is at least 80. Many of you know and remember that it used to be 33, it went to 36, it went to 42, it jumped to 52. Now we know at a minimum it's 80. Before you sit there and think, oh my gosh, 80, has she lost her mind? I haven't lost my mind. The reality for most Americans is that they are bombarded every day by so many different messages and so many different methods of delivery that for you to resonate, you have to be in the game. You have to have enough touches that there is a chance that they will see what you're offering and your value, and that they will keep you top of mind. It cannot be all email or all text or all phone call, or it has to be a variety of methods because different people love certain ways of communicating and hate other ways of communicating. And there is no way for you to keep that straight. In addition, everyone goes through phases. I personally go through phases where I engage with social media and I love it, and I would actually see a direct message you may send me on LinkedIn. Then I go through phases where I can't stand it and I leverage it out to my amazing team. So you never want to say to yourself, well, I know that she only likes text messages, so I'm not going to send her anything else. I'm just going to text. From what I just shared with you, you could see how that would be an issue and that would be really ineffective, and it may not give the people that are most important to you the experience and the information they deserve and they want. So let's look at a breakdown of how this could happen and how it could happen in a way that is meaningful and valuable. So let's look at some automated touches that you could do that would be beneficial for people that own property, desire to own property, and live in your area. So obviously you could have an electronically delivered monthly newsletter. You could also have a monthly neighborhood nurture. And you certainly, I don't like to use the S word, should be sending out a genuinely interesting property of the week. So send out a deal of the week email. So you can see that if you have these going, we're already up in around a 80 plus touches just with that. The thing is, not everyone is going to open every email. Not everyone is going to open any email. Not everyone is going to see it. And it doesn't mean that they don't want that information. So what else could you do? You could send postcards. So with physical touches, you could send postcards with a QR code to the information which was delivered electronically. You could send postcards with reminders and QR codes to attach them to their portal. So obviously, if someone is overwhelmed by email, but they actually appreciate regular mail, they're still going to get the same information, but they'll get it in the manner that they prefer. Some other physical touches that you could do is having a very strong annual homeowner report that goes out. And you have a couple of options with this. I coach people where every January they send out an annual homeowner report, a market update. They review everything that happened in the year prior. They give a vision letter for what they believe is coming in the next year. So you could do all of them in January. However, if I had a vote in the decision making, I would actually send it out in their anniversary month and take the time to give them a preliminary market value. Obviously, you're not going to attempt to do a full market value if you have not seen their home recently, but you would put together an annual homeowner report with information about owning and maintaining their properties, items that impact their financial well-being. You could introduce them to the possibility of holding their property in a trust. You could connect them with attorneys that could help them with estate planning and wills, financial planners. You could have information about investing in real estate there, 1031 exchanges, ways to protect themselves in terms of their tax basis in your state. And of course, people are always curious about capital gains. So if you have this annual report, and that goes out every month. Then when you send out your little video message saying happy home anniversary week and you give them a call for their home anniversary, you will have something to discuss with them because they have received their annual homeowner report. There are many people that look forward to that. And if they don't get it when they expect it, they're calling their agent and saying, am I getting my annual homeowner report? I'm waiting for it now. So make sure that you are supporting your past clients that made a huge investment working with you. Make sure you continue to support them in what it means to be a homeowner in your area and what they can do to protect that investment. For many Americans, their primary residence is one of their largest financial investments and a significant part of their financial security in the future, and you are a part of that. It is a disservice if you are not communicating with them on an annual basis about the value of their home and how they can maintain or improve it. I'm going to quote Gary Keller, the economist of choice for them. When you are continually providing them valuable information about protecting their investment, introducing them to people that will allow them to enhance their financial well-being, then you are providing a service that they expected they were going to get when they closed on that transaction under your guidance. So there's transactional touches here in this example, and you can go through that. But you also want to make sure that you are communicating with them in a human-to-human manner. The reality is our world is becoming almost more sterile because oftentimes, I'm curious if you've had this happen, you look at a post online and you're like, did a human do that or was that AI? So make sure you are having human-to-human connection. If you notice on social media that they had a new baby or they unfortunately suffered a loss in their family, then send them a note card or send them a flower arrangement or a small gift. Look for their life updates. Even if they got a new kitten, acknowledge it. Make sure that you're putting the human first, both in your actions and your communication, and the one that is receiving it. So you never want to be the agent that's all real estate all the time. And you never want to be that person that reeks of, I'm only talking to you because I want some business. If you don't have any business, then don't waste my time and let me go. You don't want to have, why do that? Why would anyone do that? So if you're building a strong customer service oriented, relationship driven business, be the giver, be the one who shows up. When you do that, you'll reap the benefits of strong relationships, whether or not anyone does business with you. The reality is they're going to know that you're someone they can trust. They are going to know that you are reliable, knowledgeable, professional, and also a human. Likely they will be giving you some future business if the need arises. The reality is, for some, the need may not arise. So make sure that you are taking time to completely evaluate. Are you sending out meaningful or intriguing information? Are you actually supporting the people in your life in living in your area? Are you talking to them about the amazing things about living in your area and not just looking for that next deal? I would love to help any of you that would like to work on really increasing the value of your engagement, making it systematic, providing it for everyone, regardless of whether or not you think you can predict the future and know who needs to do something. Just provide valuable information to all. And when you're providing that valuable information to all, make sure that you are doing it with all of the primary methods of communication. A key metric, which has not changed, and this has surprised a lot of us in the coaching industry. It has also surprised a lot of people in the consumer behavior industry, especially the results coming in from people in their 20s. One of the things that we know is that people love voice-to-voice, face-to-face, and human-to-human communication. So make sure that you are calling people, even if everyone says, I don't like phone calls, I never answer my phone, I don't want to talk to anyone. Still give them at least 4 phone calls a year. The data that backs up that people that receive 4 phone calls a year, whether they answer or not, they still see that you called them. And even seeing the missed call, and I am pointing, you can't see, I'm pointing at my phone. When I see a missed call, and I know that they called me. Even if I don't get a text or I don't listen to a message or get a message, I still know Alan called me. That little recognition allows me to know that Alan at Jaguar is still keeping in touch with me. And so make sure that phone calls are part of your communication, at least 4 per year. And that face-to-face, you have at least 2 per year with anyone who's really in your top 100, 150 most important people in your database. So you may be doing events, you may do coffee dates, you may have parties. You want to make sure you may stop by their home and deliver one of your human-to-human gifts if you have a gratitude gift that you do. So just make sure that you're using all of the key methods of current communication. Let's recap: phone calls, face-to-face, text messaging, emails, video messages, social media, comments and engagement, regular mail, events, and connecting people with others. So just keep that in mind as you work on what will your plan be and what are you going to do every week in 2026 to make sure that you're taking care of the people that are most important in your life.